All right, we're on our way to the gym. We were catching some traffic on our way over here, but luckily it's kind of clearing up a little bit. Today's a fucking hot ass day at the fucking bay. It has been hella hot. I walked inside the car and it felt like a fucking sauna. It was hella hot. And then you guys already know it's a hot day when you sit down, your skin touches the belt buckle, and hell no, man. It fucking burns. It fucking burns. So thankfully, we were able to cool down the car with some AC. Now I don't know how folks do it with no AC or no type of system that at least blows some air, or at least some type of air, at least when it's hella hot, or at least some warm air when it's cold. Now there's some folks I know that ride around with no system. I know at some point when Jasmine and I were in college, she would pick me up in this truck that had no AC or whatever, or it kind of worked here and there because I didn't have a car at the time. So shout out to Jasmine, man. She was a fucking trooper at the time. We had no car, so she was helping us out a bunch, mostly when it came to coming to class. She used to drive this big ass fucking kind of SUV looking thing. It looked like a cop car, and she's like 5'4", so she was always having to step up into the seat and everything. Even for me, it felt tall. I'm not even gonna lie. So it was just funny having her driving around. But and also at the time, I didn't have a fucking license until I was like 18 because I just never got around to it in high school. So I know some folks kind of get their license kind of early on, but I didn't get mine until I was 18. Then I didn't officially get a car until maybe around my 20s. So it took a while, man. We were for sure busing it to class and everything, riding scooters, bikes, and things like that. So we found our way around. It wasn't too bad. But today we might have a guest, Brandon. I already showed you guys. I showed you guys a bit of a set. I think on the last two videos or 2 videos ago when I did legs, or yesterday's video. What am I talking about? It was yesterday's video or today's. Yeah, yesterday's video. What am I talking about, man? I can't think right now. I can't think. But I showed you guys Brandon. I kind of introduced him a little bit. He didn't talk as much. He's not as used to the camera, which is fine. But today we're gonna be hopefully catching a workout in with him because we were talking over DMs that he wanted to kind of run through our back routine and everything. So we're kind of getting together to figure out the best day to kind of hit a good session. So we're kind of thinking about legs, we're kind of thinking about chest, but we ended up landing on back and shoulder. So we were kind of DMing back and forth. I'm not exactly sure we're gonna actually meet each other over there because I didn't get a message back from Brandon. So we'll see. He might show up, he might not. He might maybe meet us halfway. We'll have to see once we get there. I also haven't checked my DMs because I'm driving, so we'll have to see once we get to the gym. Now, he's been kind of working out for around the same time as us, or like kind of really taking it serious around the same time as us, so around 3 years, maybe 3 years and a half. And so we kind of have similar training styles. So I think the flow is gonna go really well today if we get a workout in. And so we'll run them through the back day. But for the folks that are new, let's talk a little bit about what we're gonna do for back. For back, I'm thinking we either usually do pull-ups or we do pull-downs to start off. We always start off with lats no matter what. We always start off our backs with lats. Get them fried. Get them fried starting off. We do 5 sets all the time. We do either 3 sets of pull-downs or 3 sets of pull-ups. It just kind of depends on what frees up. And then we move over to some type of crossbody. Also kind of target the overall lat, but because we're also bringing our elbow a lot lower, and I'm really bringing in with my elbow, it's also targeting my lower back and even my overall lats as I'm kind of going up and I'm pushing down and everything. So it's also targeting the overall back, but also our lower lat, which is a lot of the section that a lot of folks can be a weaker point for a lot of folks. And so we've been trying to bring it up the most we can every time we go in. So we try to go as heavy as we can, get the full range of motion, get a good stretch, and really take those bad boys to failure. So You do those one hand at a time. We start off with our left hand because that's the weaker hand. We want to make sure we're always starting off with our weaker hand. Pro tip, and then match your strong hand with that, just so you don't have a big ass arm or a big ass leg compared to the other. That's just my advice. So we do 5 sets of lats, and then we move over to our overall back, where we start to focus on rows. Now for rows, it usually targets our mid traps, upper traps, and our little bit of our outside back when we're doing upper rows. And so we're thinking of doing maybe 2, 3 heavy sets of those. And then we're gonna move over to some lower rows where we kind of keep our elbows way more tucked in. Now throughout all these movements, when it comes to back, the biggest difference that made so many changes for us when it came to gains was bringing in the weight with your elbows. Always bringing in the weight with the elbows, having a bit of a loose grip. That's why I always recommend using a strap, because the more you're able to tighten up the strap, the more you're going to have to tighten up your hand, and the less hand you're going to be, the less form or whatever bicep you're going to be using, and the more of your elbow you're going to push back, and the more back activation you're gonna get, which is what we're looking for. You know, we're not trying to get some bicep pump, forearm pump on a back exercise. That just doesn't make sense. So the biggest thing that we did was, even through pull-ups, we're always pushing up with our elbows. So that's why you guys would always see me cupping things instead of fully kind of grabbing on super hard. So that way I can take away my hands and I just bring them with my elbows. And I'm gonna tell you guys, it's been working. It's been working now. My throat feels fucking dry. Can't even fucking talk. I think it's the AC kind of blowing on me because it was hella hot. But we're gonna do 5 sets of rows as well to finish off back, and then for shoulders, I think we're gonna end up doing some cable work. To be completely honest with you guys, I think some cable work will do. It'll do us pretty well. So maybe 4 sets, and then we're gonna move over to some rear delts. I think we're gonna do it with the cable stacks too. Those have been feeling pretty good. I hope that they get a pec deck at this gym, because they are getting new machines. I really hope they get a pec deck. Crossing my fingers, man, because a pec deck is for sure needed for chest. Even though the fly that they have now is good, but man, a pec deck would just do wonders. You can do so much with it. You can also do reverse pec deck and work on your rear delts, which is so much better, I think, than the cables, because you can really stabilize, which is really nice. So we're gonna do 4 sets of lateral raises. We're gonna be starting off with our weaker hand, which is our left hand, and then matching our right with that. So we're gonna do 4 sets of that, and then we're gonna do rear delts. Do the same thing. Start off with our left, and then go on to our right now. I think I'm just gonna be recording for the rear delts and maybe just a little bit of the conversation between Brandon and I, and then maybe just put the first set of each one, just so I don't make the video super long. But we'll see. We'll have to maneuver around a little bit. It'll just have to kind of go with the flow. You know, that's kind of you have to kind of go with that. You can't really structure too much when it comes to getting a session with a homie. So you can only get so far. So we'll see what ends up happening once we get to the gym. But we have our pre-workout now. I made a bit of a mistake. I fucking forgot to bring in my blender bottle inside of the apartment. So what ended up happening is I didn't have a container to take my pre-workout, so I can take it before I head to the gym. Or not before I head to the gym, but kind of when we get to the exit out of the freeway. And so what ends up happening, I had to, a good thing I bought some ice this morning. But I used one of those bottles that we kind of had left over after we finished that, what is it? Orange mango. If you guys haven't tried ice, these things are fucking good, man. I've been kind of addicted to these and Gatorade Zero, so I'm not even gonna lie. Now, my favorite flavors for Gatorade Zero, I'm gonna have to be honest with you guys. It's gonna have to be the berry, so it's gonna be kind of like the reddish, pinkish color, and then it's gonna have to be the lemon lime, and the cucumber lime. Oh my god, when I tell you those three are just the best ones, they're the best ones. For ice, they have hella flavors, so I kind of just try a different one each time. I don't have a particular favorite flavor, to be honest with you guys, but Good thing we have this container. So we're gonna take our 2 scoops of pre-workout in here. We have beta alanine around 12, 13 grams. Sorry, I stand corrected. Not beta alanine. What am I talking about? Carbo and not carbohydrates either. Oh my god, I can't think. I can't think right now. Creatine. Creatine monohydrate is what I was trying to say. We have around 13 grams of that in here. We have 2 scoops of the Alpha Line Fruit Punch pre-workout, and we have around maybe like a few sprinkles of some iodized salt, for the pump and for the hydration. And that's pretty much all we throw in here. So we're pretty much ready to go. Anyways, I'm already feeling like today's gonna be a good back and shoulder day. Hopefully it's not too packed at the gym. I'm hoping, but it's been more packed these days. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'll see you guys over there. Let's see what we end up starting off with. I'm hoping maybe some pull-ups will be pretty nice, but we'll have to see. Let's go ahead and start off now. Hopefully this section of the gym doesn't let me look like I'm sunburned, because I already told you guys they have a bit of a lighting situation going on, where some of the lights have been a little too red. So let's hope it's not like that right now. Now we're gonna see at the 3. There's a bit of a miscommunication between Brandon and I. I was here thinking that we're gonna get a back day in today, but it's actually gonna be but it just wasn't gonna work out with our schedule. So I think we're just gonna end up catching a leg day on Monday. So you guys will see how it goes. We either do some Smith machine on that day, or we do some of the hack squat. That's usually the one that we end up using. Now I think we're gonna end up taking our watch off. You guys already know. For some fucking reason, this thing's always in the way for our back, which is a bit unfortunate, because I would really like to track like intensity and everything and how many calories I'm burning throughout the workout, but I think I'll be fine. All right, let's make sure that the focus is on us. You guys already know. He likes to play around with us. All right, I'm hoping for at least a solid 9. That's what I'm hoping for, but we'll see. What? Let's hope we can actually tie ourselves in correctly, because you guys already know. Kind of have an issue with that. Let me shut myself. I might try the Versa grips on the next one and see if it's a better setup. So, okay, now that wasn't too bad, but this whole fucking strap situation, it's not my favorite. So I think for this next one, we're gonna do this Versa grips just to kind of test them out. I think the biggest problem that I have when it comes to some of these specific handles and with some of the straps, those fucking things are so fucking thick that sometimes it's hard to wrap around the strap. So some of these are just not the most convenient, like the Versa grips, which is a little bit unfortunate, because them things are like fucking $80. But let's put them on. I'm gonna take maybe like a 2-minute breather, and then we'll start up the next one. Let's do our second one. Now, I'm gonna do it with the vertical grips this time. Because although one side of those straps have a little bit of a rubbery part, so it doesn't slip as much, that shit still fucking slips when it's hella hot in here and I'm hella fucking sweaty. It's still kind of slipping off, so let's hope these work out a little bit better. We'll have to see. And then after this set, I'm gonna turn on my music because I've been listening to whatever's playing. Come on. What? You know, I think that worked out better than those. So I think for the third one, we're gonna use these again. I'm gonna take now. I think after this set, we're gonna retire these just because they're not gonna be that good for the other specific handles. What kind of sucks about this one too is that when you try to kind of twist to hopefully maybe tighten it up a little bit, you really can't because that's what it's made out of. So it almost makes it fucking impossible. Okay. Let's hit it for hopefully another 7 to 8 is what I'm fucking hoping for. I'll be really happy with that. If we don't get it, then it's fine. I put some music this time though, because I'm listening to some Nelly right now. All right. We're using Shaba. All right, let's do it. Okay. I think we're gonna pause that for hopefully maybe 2 to 3 more. That's it. Let's move on to another cable stack. Let's go do some. Let's go do some crossbody work. We're done here. Let's go ahead and do our 2 sets of crossbodies now. We're going back to the old school straps. Now we're gonna try to go as heavy as we can and hope for the fucking best. Like I mentioned, start off with our left and then match whatever we get on that with our right. Okay. Now as we kind of go along, we'll either move down a little bit or maybe we'll stick to the same weight. It kind of depends. All right. What should we even do? Let's do. Let's see what 55 kg feels like. Let's put a little handle. Nah, I think it should be fine. Yeah, it's not bad. Let's do 60. Now, the last 10 seconds were a bit of a fucking blur. I won't even lie, but I want to say we got 10 or 8. Fuck, I don't. I was so deep into the set that I was just kind of going until I couldn't fucking pull this shit no more. So let's get 10 on our right and hope for the best. Now look at the footage and see if I fucked up, but I think we'll be fine. All right, let's do it. Okay. Let's fucking hope that we matched it. I'm kind of 50-50. I think we got a little bit extra on our right. So we'll have to check once we get home. Anyways, let's search the angle. We have one more. Okay. Let's go ahead and move on to our last one so that we can move over to some rows now. I think we might start off with the low rows. That's what I'm kind of thinking. I'm not 100% sure just yet. But I think before we get a little ahead of ourselves, let's make sure we actually get the same amount of reps on each specific hand. So let's do this one. Let's hit it for 60 again. Hope for the fucking best. Let's put some music though. All right, so Okay, let's get this in my nose right now. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Let's go through those play loaded rows. I think that's what we're gonna start out with. Let's do our first one. We're gonna do 45 and 25 on each side. 245s and 25. Try my best. Hopefully get a solid 6 to 7, and then just kind of fucking based on how this goes, we either drop down just a tiny bit, maybe 5-10 pounds, and then at least try to match the same reps, if not get maybe like an extra 1 or 2. But let's try to aim for at least a solid 7-8. I think we're gonna do maybe 3 sets of these, and then I'm kind of thinking of grabbing the bench right in front of us and doing the cables, and maybe just doing some lower rows that way with the cable set. We might just do something like that afterwards. But let's do this one first. I think we're gonna do 2 sets only. Let's see what we're gonna listen to. Oh, I know what. We're gonna listen to. Let's see. Perk Popper. Shoreline Mop is gonna get us through this. Okay. That was too bad. I think we're gonna fucking pause at this. I think we can hit it for the same weight again. For at least, I'm thinking 2 more reps after we take maybe like a 15, 20-second breather. Okay. I'm thinking for the second last one, we're gonna do 15s. I think I'll be good. Just give you guys a bit of a front view. Let's do this one. We ended up dropping that to the 25s to a 15s. Let's try to get a solid 7 to 9. I think we can do that. All right, let's do it. Let's hope for the best. I just feeling pretty good today, though. Well, looks so pretty nice. Got a lot of control, which is nice. Let's drop some tablet. We dropped the 5s. Let's try to get maybe 2, 3 more. Not down beat. Did it even drop? Okay. Gotta make sure. Okay. Now, like I mentioned, I'm thinking for the lower back, we're gonna switch it just a tiny bit. We're gonna do something chest supported. I'll show you guys right now. But it kind of serves the same purpose as the one we typically use. But I think we're gonna feel a pretty good stretch on this one too. Let's try that out. Let's clean up here. Like I told you guys, we're gonna do something a little bit different. What we're gonna do is really fucking bring this bitch in and pull in with our elbows. We're gonna really activate our lower lats and our lower back. So I think we're gonna do this for 2 sets. We're gonna start with our left. Let's see what way we end up choosing. And let's set this up a little bit better because it feels a little slanted up more than I would like. Yeah, it's way better. Let me put this up one more. There you go. Let's try 40 kg. Hope for the fucking best. Let's start with our left. Oh, this is fire. Dude, why haven't I been doing this shit for the longest time? We can go up. Let's do 55. That's all hella easy. All right. 55 and hope for the fucking best. Let's hope I ain't go up too fucking high though. No, that's way good. That was fucking solid. We gotta fucking do those more often. Let's get it on it right now and hope for the fucking best. I think for sure we can go up on the next one though, because that 55 didn't feel too bad. Didn't feel too bad. All right, let's do it. Let's get it on it right now. Hope for the best. I'm with this, Robin. More just. That wasn't too bad. That wasn't too bad, I think. Make sure I don't fall. I think for the last one, we're gonna go up to 60 because that 55 felt good, but I think we can challenge ourselves a little bit more and do the 60 kg instead of the 50. So let's do it. I'm gonna pull this just a tiny bit more back because when I ride, for some reason, I felt almost like I was gonna dead stop it. I want to give myself a little bit more room so that way it doesn't kill my momentum. Let's go ahead and let's do our last set now. Like I mentioned, we're gonna go up to 60 kg because that 50, 55 felt kind of easy. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. So let's do 60. Hopefully get a solid 7, 8. And then after that, we're done with backs. We're gonna go move on and do some shoulders. So it shouldn't be too bad. All right, let's start with the left. Let's get 7. Oh no, right. Kind of getting my ass kicked a little bit now. All right, go. Funny, at least two more. That wasn't too bad. Let's go ahead and do 4 sets of these, but I'm just going to record the first one. So we're gonna start with our left hand for these lateral raises. You guys already know my favorite. So let's set up. I think we're gonna start off with 20 kg. Fucking hope for the best. Thankfully, you guys already have a D range, so I don't really have to worry about that. Holy shit. Oh. I am thinking that I think for the last year, we're for sure going to move down. Let me do 15 kg plus a 2.5 pounds. I think that'll be good. I'm just going to record the first set, and I'm going to see it for a total of hopefully 4. Now, I would typically maybe record a second set, but because there's a cloud going on right now, got me fucking noise. We're just going to record first. Now, to start things off, I think we're going to do 15 kg plus a 2.5. Fucking hope for the best. Fucking go from there, honestly. So, guys, let's get ready to level up, guys. Let's get high school levels, all right? Right here. Let's go. Stand straight. Coordinate. Diane. Elbow, knee, and twist. Elbow, knee, and twist. Very good. Very good. All right. Moving on to the next stage, okay? I'm gonna transition you guys to what we call the sideways or side dance. Okay? We're gonna get those hips down and up. Modification. Look at me. Right here. Modification. You guys can't twist up. Okay? Alright. Here we go. The first one is gonna give you a whole. Second one is you together. Okay? Here we go. Let's do the dip burner. In 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Down and up. Down and up. Let's go. Wow. All right. Let's fix that 2.5, but let's replicate that on the right.
There we go. Yeah. Looking good, guys. All right, 9 seconds right here.
Okay. You know, I think we got 7, so let's just 7. Fucking completely forgot.
Oh,
Yeah, that's it.
there we go.
Okay.
Look it up. Don't trouble.
I'm gonna save you for 4 more,
All
but
right, get ready. Get it. All right.
you guys are done. I'll see you guys for the pole run up next. That's not better.
All the way up. All the way. Hands it up. Hands it up. And here's one for Perfect. Early first. All right, Stacey, here's you guys want. All right. So now, one of the biggest down on the way. The least down. Right here. We have rest. Down. All right. Steady goes down. Single leg. The belly is above.
Now, luckily,
As well.
you got a good, nice spot over here on the corner of your hand. Yeah, the lighting, which is pretty nice. So let's go ahead and see what kind of things we did today. We're going to stop it fucking back and shoulder day. Even though there was a bit of a miscommunication with me, Brandon, we're still going to get it leg day in on Monday. So stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for that. Anyways, I'm pretty hungry. About to go home, hang out with the cats for a little bit, and then just edit. All right, let's see what kind of damage we did today.
Oh,
Hey, well, I was just, here he is. I was just telling him how there was a bit of a miscommunication. I thought it was today, but it's gonna be on Monday. So we'll catch the leg day on Monday. So stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for that.
Tomorrow.
I know it's because he texted me at 5:30 a.m. Dude, I saw the DM and I was like, all right, maybe he meant like that morning, that day. But hell no, dude, it was like today, on Thursday, tomorrow. So well, I'll catch you, bro. For probably this week. I'll see you around, man. All right, bro. All right. I'll see you Monday. Okay. So we're catching up with the homie. So let's finish the pose now. Good one, we're back.
we stand here and say this, man. So we're going to say, people. All right. Dandy, Dandy. Yeah, very good. There we go. So we'll leave fire. Can't fucking breathe. All right, let's get one more. One double by. For one last round, then we'll take a little bit back a little bit. Man, I'm already gassed just for fucking posing down. Fuck. Okay. Let's take a look at the back now. Holy shit. There you go. Let me take another fucking breath. And we'll hit it one more time. Actually takes all of me. I won't even lie. I can't even fucking do that. Okay. That's fucking it. Let's go home. Today was a solid fucking back shoulder day. Tomorrow's fucking legs again. So you gotta fucking mentally prepare for that. I won't even lie to you guys. And you guys already know fucking how much it fucks up. So let's get one more close off. Just because the fucking lining here is fucking nice. And then we'll go home. Sit your butt down on the floor. Have a pillow for your feet. Oh, yeah. All right, that's it. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Remember, I'm not even going to repeat it. You guys should know. Stay consistent. Don't skip.